Hi Facebook, I thought I'd do an evening an early one, just to tell you and to about chanting for myself as well, but to encourage others that might be watching that are interested in the experiment I'm conducting with Transcendental meditation. Not really an experiment, more like I have refound it, heard of it years ago. Well, I've heard of it for a while. David Lynch, listened to Emily Fletcher years ago. Thought meditation was cool. I loved Emily Fletcher's videos years ago, but didn't actually practice it. Didn't understand that what she was doing was self-induced transcendental. And then 3 months ago, bought Emily Fletcher's book. Went camping, met a guy that was a coach, a transcendental teacher on the Isle of Wight. Not a coincidence, he let me stay in his vineyard where I had loads of plums. Very nice man. And then finished off the book when I got back from camping and found out that Emily Fletcher's technique was transcendental meditation. Very powerful activation. Now, this is phenomenal. Day 19 of a lifelong commitment to this practice. And I only commit to things lifelong and never skip them, really, when I know that they're really powerful and I start experiencing benefits from day one. And especially encouraged from reading books before I got into Transcendental meditation, Emily Fletcher's one, but also now, since I've got into it, I've also bought books by Transcendence by Rosenthal, really good book. Bob Roth's book, kind of good, not as good, it's kind of still good, but that Rosenthal book, Transcendence, and watching loads of YouTube as well, consistently, because it's so powerful. What excites me the most is that it's one of those practices, the longer you commit to it, and you do the twice daily, people that do 20, 30 years of twice daily, 20 minutes Transcendental meditation, what they've discovered is when they take the ECG, the electro, I don't know how to say that word, the ECG, the brain waves of the brain, they put these things in the brain. So when anyone, even a beginner, 2 months in, or 1 month in, goes in, does Transcendental, 1 month, 2 months, Transcendental meditation practitioner, it's not very long, is it? Like 1 to 2 months in, twice daily, 20 minutes, easy to commit to. Now anyway, when they put their things into ECGs, what they find is they go very quickly into the brain coherence, right? Brain coherence is the fucking key to mental, emotional, and physical health. Yeah, they're all linked, mental, emotional, physical, and it's all about the brain coherence. Incoherent brain is what's called depression, it's what's called bipolar disorder, it's what's called Alzheimer's, it's what's called dementia. All these of the brain are incoherent brain waves because you've not been looking after your physical health and emotional health and not been doing Transcendental meditation. What Transcendental meditation does, for once you're 1 to 2 months in, quite honestly from day one, you hook it up to ECG and they start becoming coherent brainwaves. Incoherent brainwaves are like anger, hate, all that bad shit, and it starts fucking coherent. The alphas start clicking into gear, the alpha, theta, deltas start going, and they start hitting at the same rate, and they start working together. That's what coherence is, right? Coherence is a balance between where every part of the brain is now being lit up, because exactly what Transcendental meditation does. It lights up every single part of the brain. Mindfulness lights up one part of the brain very powerfully, just a little part. Yeah, that's why it's a lower activation in my opinion, plus it's harder work. Transcendental meditation lights up the whole fucking brain a little bit, but the whole fucking brain gets coherent. Anyway, 2-3 months in, someone that just started practicing Transcendental meditation starts getting into a state of transcendence. Brain coherence goes up massively, and this is the same in studies as someone that's been doing it for 20 to 30 years. So you might wonder, what am I on about with the benefits of 20 to 30 years practitioner versus someone that's done 2-3 months? Bearing in mind they both have the same level of brain coherence. In other words, 10 to 15 minutes into your daily Transcendental meditation session, your brain is going from high beta stressed to low beta to alpha and even to theta and delta, and that's where that's where transcendence moments happens. And when it goes into theta and delta, the brain, you get transcendence. You lose contact with yourself. You become from a somebody who thinks you're duality to a nobody. Not that we should be searching for that experience, but you will get there if you carry on. That's another thing. If you carry on doing this for 5, 10, 15, 20 years, you're going to have moments in your life during your sessions of transcendence. And transcendence is what Joey Dispenza calls the quantum field. Transcendence is quantum physics. It's the quantum field. Another word for it, consciousness. Infinite consciousness, you know, that non-judgmental one consciousness thing we talk about when we take ayahuasca, when we take DMT, toad medicine, all that shit. Yeah, you can access it by putting in the work and doing Transcendental meditation for 5, 10, 15, 20 years. Not every time, probably, but you can, and that's fucking cool. But what I was going to say, okay, so they've done studies on the people that do it for like 2 months, brain, ECG, and someone versus someone that's 20 to 30 years in. And during the Transcendental meditation session, the brain coherence is the same between the beginner and the person doing 20, 30 years. Now, what's amazing and encourages me the most, I will get to the yoga thing, by the way, I'm just excited again, got a lot of information to share. That's what happens when you're high and people are watching as well, so it's all good, we can share. The difference is that you get immediate benefits day one, as I said, but the difference between someone that's beginning it 2 months in and the brainwaves and someone that's not 20 to 30 years in is that the 20 to 30 years into this shit, the brainwaves that you access during transcendental meditation are quite often spilling out throughout the day, like 3 to 5 to 7 to 9 to 10 hours after you've done the session. Your brainwaves are coherent for the entire duration of the day. It's almost like that bliss that a beginner will experience, and it will spill over a little bit the more you do, for sure. That's why I do it. From day one, the benefits spill over, right? But I mean the brain coherence, the bliss state that you access during the 20 minutes of every time, for me now, every time you access that, well, what exactly is it called bliss? I say it's like a massive upgrade from wherever you are. If you're very low, it'll take you higher. If you're very high, it takes you higher, higher, higher. That's how it works. That's also why it's really an encouraging, addictive practice and why time flies, because it takes advantage. Transcendental meditation takes advantage of the fact that we like to feel better and feel happier. So as you go about your meditation, closing your eyes, repeating the mantra, slowly, 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 what happens is you feel better and you start going, you go, this is exciting. And you just keep going and going, going. And then you realize 20 minutes has gone by. And then quite often it'll be like 25, 30 minutes. You're like, oh shit. So it takes advantage of human psychology, transcendental meditation, because you start feeling better and then you just don't want to stop. So people that worry about it being really long and am I doing it right? You're feeling better, bro. So wake the fuck up. Right? Anyway, so yeah, 20 to 30 years in, the bliss that you feel during the meditation session doesn't spill over a little bit. It spills over to the point where you don't even need to be... It's hard to describe what they say in the book, didn't resonate with. Basically, the bliss that you feel during kind of spills completely over to the waking life, so you don't even need to do the transcendental meditation. When you're not doing it, hours and hours and hours after, you feel the same because the brainwave states are so coherent. It's almost like there's no difference now. 20 to 30 years in, there's almost like there's no difference between how you feel doing it and how you feel not doing it, if you remain disciplined to twice daily. But it's not a lot. 20 minutes, 2 exercises, it's not a lot. So that's what I'm excited about. That's what I'm working towards. Now, with the yoga, finally. What I noticed, I'm doing yoga pretty much every day. Sometimes I skip days. Today I did it. And what I noticed, the benefits for me when I do the yoga, and when I'm doing yoga now, 19 days in transcendental meditation, and since day one of doing it, is that I have more alignment in my body. So I know that I'm misaligned. My left side is fucking way weaker than my right side. I know this. But since day one of transcendental meditation, now I can feel more centered in my body. Literally, my body alignment, my left side is now matched up much stronger, much, much, much stronger to my right. I feel more like a proper yogini. Like I feel much more centered. And that's only because of transcendental meditation. I still do loads of health protocols outside that, which are very powerful, loosen up my body, etc., etc. But it's actually the transcendental meditation that's completely aligning my body during the yoga. That's number one. So, and the reason why is because it's completely rebalancing my brain hemispheres. The transcendental meditation, more powerfully than anything I've ever done in physical health. Maybe even more powerful than long fasting, in my opinion. I need to get back on long fasting, but it's so fucking powerful to what it's doing to the brain. And the brain is translating into healing the brain hemispheres, and now my left side's getting fucking tough. That's number one. Number two, that's completely changed in my yoga session, is I have more space to stretch. In other words, I'm stretching much more, and it's not because I'm getting gradually better at yoga, although it does happen. If you keep doing yoga, you're going to get a little bit more muscle stretching. Now I've got much more muscle stretching, and it's all because, I can tell, it's all because of the transcendental meditation. Now, why is that? I'll tell you. Because you read a book called How Yoga Works. I can't remember who wrote it, but it's a really good book. I used to have it. It's called How Yoga Works. And in that book, there's something that you guys already may know. The more happier you are and present to the moment, they're the same thing really, happiness, presence to the moment. The more happy thoughts you have, more present to the moment you are, the more space you have in your body and the more yoga you can stretch out to. Does that make any sense? Yes, physical health can give you more space in your body. You drink distilled water, pure water, you get yourself more space. But that aside, the one that really gives you the space in the body, of course being thin and all that stuff, you're fat, you're not going to have much space, don't get me wrong. But I mean, the one that's going to give you the most space to really do those tough yoga poses and to stretch properly and to stretch your fullest potential and to feel light, is happiness and presence. And I've noticed since day one that I did the yoga that now the stretches that I used to find hard on my edge, everyone has their edge in yoga, that point where the muscles are like, yeah, I can push a little bit and I'll wait 8 seconds and I can't push anymore. My edge has completely fucking changed since day one of doing Transcendental meditation. And I've known that's the only reason, because it's boosted up my happiness and presence. The fourth state of consciousness is Transcendental meditation. It's what it's doing. It's changing the brain waves and changing my happiness, even though I'm happy already. I was never depressed. Not for the longest time now. I'm not fucking depressed. I'm on my mission. I'm on my path. I'm healthy. I'm happy emotionally and shit. But it's taken it to the next level. That's my point. It's taken it to the fucking next level. So now I can, now not only is my body aligned more in yoga, which is symbolic of my brain hemispheres being much more aligned. Finally, that's why I got into physical health, to heal the right brain hemisphere, left brain in balance. It's finally working something powerful on it. It's just going to keep building and building. My body's going to become more and more centered as I continue the TM. That's going to be even better for my yoga. It's going to get complete centeredness during yoga, completely fixed everything. But I'm also getting more space, and that's because I'm happier, more present. Read the book How Yoga Works. I really recommend that book. It's a good parable, but it's really well explained. It's a beautiful book on it. So yeah. Will you use different? No, use the same one, and use one word. I don't think it matters what word it is. Apparently a one-syllable word. I use the word one because that's the one Emily Fletcher said in the book. But if you've been given by a TM teacher a mantra, use that. Although, you know, it doesn't really matter. So you just keep saying that word. Don't mix it up with other words. Like, I know you can with the Sikh language and Sanskrit and all that stuff. Don't, just stick to one word and just keep saying that. And then, every time you say the word, you're preconditioning your body. So now you've said it so many times, you practice it twice daily, that your brain automatically goes into that mode because it's getting used to that word. And when your brain says that word so many times, because you don't change your mantras all the time, you're just committed to one word for the rest of your life, what that means is that you've had so many references of saying that word, your brain knows from the dot 1 second into your, when you're doing it like 2 months, say, or 2 weeks, twice daily, and as soon as you say that word, because you've done it every day, twice daily, from dot 1, the brain knows, okay, now's my quiet time, and the brain gets used to the idea of like saying a mantra without getting too obsessed about it, and letting the mind wander and do its own thing, and then just gently reminding it back. Gently, you say the mantra, not too hard, although I did it really hard because that's my ego. I fucking did that really fucking hard at the beginning, but I was like, okay, I've got to say this and can't let the brain wander. But you just got to be gentle and not worry about it too much. And how do you not worry about saying the mantra? How do you know that not to worry too much and not to get too obsessed with it? Because you, with doing it right, because I struggle with this too. You know how I get away, how I understand not to get too obsessed with doing it right, or am I doing it right, or, you know, all these questions, because I have doubts too, don't get me wrong, guys. How do I know, how do I get past those doubts? Even in, sometimes in all the sessions, I have a little second or two, like, am I doing it right? This is too simple. My brain goes, this is too fucking simple, yeah, it's too fucking simple. How I get over that? I'll tell you. After I've had that moment of doubt, I think, am I feeling better? A little bit? A lot? It's working. That's it. So I have my moment of doubt, like, this is too simple. Are you sure? Even weeks into it now, I still have those moments of like, oh, but, okay, now I check in. Am I feeling better? Yeah. A little bit. A lot? Yeah. Working then. You know, whatever you're doing is working, Harry, so keep doing it. Yeah, alright. Internally. Oh, not out loud. Although chanting's very powerful too. I think they all have their place and all have power to do it internally in your head. And therefore, Gilliam, you can do it anywhere. You can do it, close your eyes and do it on a bus, on a train, on an airplane. Even some people say eyes open, sun gazing. That's one I've gone off a little bit. I forgot to do it yesterday. So that's one interesting one. It's because I'm doing it eyes closed. But another thing I do is really, if you're going to take time to meditate and you've got the time for it, 20 minutes twice daily, and I think it's not a lot to ask for because it gives you so much back. Do it outside with the light, even if your eyes closed, because then you get the sunlight medicine too. Yeah, it's powerful by itself. You don't have to do this. It's just another hack. Do it outside with the light. Yeah. So even your eyes closed, the sun can get on your skin and give you all the blessings and all that stuff. So yeah. Okay, that's it. All right, peace, guys, and may you be blessed and try the Transcendental meditation. And also, if you're interested in learning, I'm doing for free. I'm talking to people on Zoom and teaching them how to do it. I've kind of given away the information enough times, but I can explain it on a deeper level if you want. I'll run you through how to do it and follow your progress, because I want to collect testimonials on the power of Transcendental meditation from people, and I can only do that if I kind of, you know, teach you and follow your journey whilst you start from day one and how you're doing, so I can see what it's doing, because I know it's very fucking powerful. it's the best meditation out there. I mean, okay, I haven't tried them all, but it's much better than mindfulness. It's much better than guided visualizations. These are just hard work and slow and not designed for us. Whereas TM is designed for quick. We've got to realise 220 daily to 80, very much powerful, come back stronger. And that's it. Yes. Yeah, Mariashi's a legend. Thank you very much for doing this. Yeah, Julian, you should definitely get on it. Hit me up on the messenger and get Zoom. It's a free thing, and I'll talk to you and I'll run you through, and then you can start and then experiencing the magic. You just got to commit to 220. And like I said, the human body is designed to move towards, like, think of it, we make friends with people that are going to give us value. Our body's designed to feel good. Now, the society uses that wrong, you know, in instant gratification, but it's kind of like instant gratification when you do your meditation, your transcendental meditation, you close your eyes, because from the first minute or so, your brain is getting high, and then you get addicted to it, and you're like, okay, carry on, because it feels so good. Carry on. And even if you try and fuck it up by going, is this working? But you just come back to the mantra sometimes, your brain will still get better. You'll still feel better. Then it's up to you to observe. Like, it's not that hard to observe. You're feeling a lot better, like 2 minutes in transcendental meditation. That's why I say 15 to 20 minutes. By the end of 15 to 20 minutes, you come out of it. It's like what Jerry Seinfeld, who does this, very famous guy, does it, says, it's like a phone charge battery. You're recharged, you're energetic. It's very powerful for health. Trust me. I mean, I think physical health is great, but transcendental meditation has woke me up to the idea now. No, it's woke me up to something that I knew, but now I can feel viscerally that emotional health is more important than physical health. More powerful. Physical health is great, but it's emotional health that's where it's at. Emotional health is everything. And that's what it does. It activates your brain, your emotional health, so powerfully, the brain hemisphere rebalance and the coherence, it activates that so fucking powerfully that it heals the body. The brain gets completely reorganized into its perfect divinity. That's how I'd call transcendental meditation. It restores the brain back to what Joe Dispenza calls the quantum field. You can easier access the quantum field that Joe Dispenza talks about to change your life and to have mystical experiences. The mystical experience Joe Dispenza talks about is transcendental meditation is the way to do it. He's got other stuff, but I think and I will get into Joe Dispenza's stuff and how he does it in meditation to get into the quantum field, transcendence he talks, but I stick with foundation being transcendental meditation, then I'll play around with extras like Joey Dispenza's. Yeah. Yes. Yeah, oh, it's Gillian, it's very exciting. Plus, I'm going to post up and tag you on my, I finally got the book out, so I'm going to tag you on that one too. My book is finally out, although I haven't got a copy yet of it. I bought it, it's going to come Monday, but I'm still can buy it off Amazon, so I'm going to get that too. Yeah, I'm excited for people that are getting onto transcendental meditation. I mean, I respect people that have done it in the past and given up, but with all due respect, once you start this transcendental meditation, you should never give it up. Never. You've got the foundations of your house, you do the most powerful things, and then you kind of forget the rest. It's okay, because you're a human, you're not that disciplined, I'm not that disciplined either. So I'll leave off some of the subtle things. For example, hand yoga mudras. I know they're good for me, hand yoga mudras, but I forget them sometimes, because they are good, but, you know, they're slow. And the quickest, by far, is aged urine. Aged urine and transcendental meditation. My fucking favourites till the end. Alright, okay. Yeah, exciting times, isn't it? Very exciting. Alright, thanks guys for watching. Peace. Take it easy.